In this video, Greg Hearns, Technical Director for the Church for All Nations in Tacoma, Washington, discusses miking choirs and his experience with the new Audix Micro Series M1255B.
I'm Greg Hearns with Church for All Nations. One of my duties as Tech Director is to obviously run sound. We have anywhere at good times 40 voices down to, there are times we get down to 15, which is typically the more difficult times of mic choir. I like a small microphone because it'll at times just disappear. And really we'll look at a microphone disappear, but typically I just have not gotten a real good sound of a small diaphragm microphone. A few years ago I tried the Audix MB1255B. Man, I was amazed on how Number one, the tonal quality was really good. With a large diaphragm microphone, I was pulling out low mids and I was pulling out microphone just to get the clarity. The 1255B, when I put that in, it was like, wow, I can balance out my EQ. It starts sounding really good. And the gain out of that really blew away the large diaphragm microphones I was using. They're not as small as some of the small mini microphones, but they're a good small size. And once I put the mics up, push them from my choir, they really disappear. We have a rule. The rule is that for every 1 unit of distance you have between the source and the microphone, you need 3 units of distance between microphones. We violate that rule all the time with choirs. As soon as we put 3 microphones up on 3 risers, those microphones are all competing for the same sound. Mm-hmm. So what I'll do is what we call gain sharing. I'll take the outside mics and maybe pull them back a little bit where they're supplementing, but they're not competing for the sound that the center mic is taking. Sometimes I'll take the center mic completely out and run just the 2 outside ones. Now I've separated my microphones enough that they're not competing with each other at all, and maybe I'll add the center one in just enough to fill the hole that's being left in the middle. Christmas, when they bring the primary school kids out and the first graders out, and they're going to sing Christmas songs, and they don't sing. No. And the parents want to hear their kids. They don't care about the music. They don't care about anything. They want to hear their kid. This last Christmas I used the micro booms, and I just put a couple of them out in front of the kids, put them down low, and they would pick up the kids really, really well. And the kids, some of them were singing really loud, some were not singing at all. It didn't matter as long as the ones that were singing were being heard.
For more information on the Audix Micro Series, call or email CCI Solutions